Walking around the truck, I yell up to, Zach. Hey, Zach!
Yeah, Lucian. My favorite guy.
You want any food?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, I wait for him to come down patiently, cooking up some hot ration.
Oh, this is going to be a lovely awkward moment because Zach, because as soon as he says, yeah, sure, and you're waiting patiently for him, he's going to look back to the horizon, look through the telescope, maybe like 5 or 10 like awkward seconds pass, and then he'll bring his rifle down, and he'll look down, and he goes, oh, you want me to come down?
Meanwhile, Lucian has been giving a slightly emotional speech to Zach, honestly, just opening his heart a little bit. You know, from our time in the academy, you know, we had our spats, but you did really just save my friend, and, you know, I really have to thank you for that. I need to find a great way to thank you for that. You guys are great, collectively. You saved my butt, you saved his butt. Oh, I notice you just now approaching. Hi.
What? Oh, yeah, but, well, you know, we're a team. What did you make?
Oh, it's, I heated up a ration. I just wanted to say, we're a pretty good team, and you're a good team leader. In addition to Oak.
Well, we haven't really figured out the whole leader thing yet, but yeah, I guess that's the important thing, that we are a team. Listen, no offense, Lucian, but this, I can speak for me and my brother. The Spender Brothers, when we are on a job or we're doing a task or something important, we tend to get pretty focused. You see, so don't take any sort of offense if, you know, I'm not the friendliest right now. I mean, that kid almost died, and this is a pretty fucked up...
Core's brow furrows. Yeah, I can understand that. Extreme mental stress is common to the Corsairs, from what I understand. But at the same time, it also wouldn't do you any good to pass out from hunger, which is why I'm here. He extends the ration.
I'll take it. And give it a bit of a taste.
It's been slightly spiced. It tastes marginally better than a normal ration.
This tastes marginally better than a normal ration, Lucian.
Yeah, my cooking has been called marginally superior before, thank you. I nod.
And I'll take another bite and chew over it, and he'll say, Jack's with the kids. I don't know when the last time the kids ate, though. Maybe we should give some of it to them.
Lucian's eyes brighten up. Of course! I hadn't even thought of that. There's more of them, right? There's gotta be. Okay. Sure. Give me a few. Man, kids don't really like me. Lucian waddles back towards the Jeep. But yeah, I'll get plenty! Thanks again!
Okay. No problem. And Zach will watch Lucian walk away a little bit, and he'll just shake his head a bit and get back up on the truck. And now he will idly eat his slightly warm ration as he scans the horizon.
Jack, you see, you see, of course, Core go in there and offer food to the kids, and they grudgingly take it. But you start to understand or get the impression that these kids, for whatever reason, they don't really seem to like Core very much.
They don't like me very much.
Jack will make a mental note of that, but he won't show any reactions or any emotions. He will just sit there staring in utter silence.
Evelyn, you notice that after a while, you notice that Charlotte's looking at you.
Evelyn will kind of do like the Doge look where she's like, her face isn't directly pointed at Charlotte, but her eyes keep glancing over at her. She'll flash her an awkward smile.
After a few minutes, she'll keep walking, and she'll kind of motion for Evelyn to follow.
She will do so.
And then she'll turn around and she'll say, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, just a little shaken up, but I'm okay.
I'm a little curious. That driver. He had bruises of finger marks on his throat.
Did he? He was kind of firing a gun at me, so I wasn't paying too much attention.
I see. Well, if that's what you say happened, any idea how he died?
She shakes her head. I honestly don't know. Everything was happening so quickly.
I see. Okay. Well, if you think of anything, let me know. Grading, after all. And she gives a warm smile.
Yeah. Maybe Core knows what happened. He was using some of what I believe to be his abilities. Maybe he did it.
He is an odd one. I'll go ask him.
Maybe you shouldn't. I mean,
she's already walking.
She falls to her knees. Crap.
Core.
Yes.
As you're feeding the kids, you see Charlotte's head pop down. Core. Notice that you didn't offer me any food.
Oh yeah, of course. There's still plenty left. I look down, realize that there is one too few. I take the one that I was going to eat and, with a twinge of regret, hand it to Charlotte.
She reaches downwards and takes it and says, "Can I talk to you for a moment?"
Oh yes, of course. Is it if it's about the bite I already took out of it? Afraid I can't undo that.
She looks at it, slowly hands it over to Jack, still upside down, and then begins to rub her hand on her shirt, and then her head disappears.
You know, I was just about to say you didn't offer me any food either.
I turn on my heel. I thought we had a silent agreement. I thought we were silently communicating. That one over there, I point to the one on the ground that's just sitting next to Jack. I was trying to tell you that that's yours. With my eyes. I maintain eye contact with Jack for a few seconds.
Jack sits there, staring, unmoving and unchanged.
Core blinks well before Jack does.
Jack just sits there, holding out the ration for Core.
Single bead of sweat again down Core's face. He slowly climbs up out of the truck.
Charlotte will just take you up a little ways on the truck. And then say, "I was monitoring the fight, obviously, and most of it makes sense to me. There's just one thing I don't quite understand. Do you know what happened to the driver of that truck?"
I open my mouth for a split second, put my finger up, and then just stop. Maybe, but let's. Why would you want to know? And who are you suspecting of such a thing?
I was under the impression that all of you were fighting to your deaths. I'm not necessarily saying this is a suspect type of thing. I simply
of course.
need to grade your actions, and I was able to see most of the fight, at least what I could from the cab, and the only thing that didn't make much sense to me was that the driver of that car looks like he had his throat crushed by a hand, and I didn't see what happened. I'm just curious. Did you reach over Evelyn somehow and crush his throat?
No, of course not. My magic's, it's a little less, destructive and offensive. The smoke clouds, that was me. That was mostly me. The catapult breaking, that was me. I'm afraid I can't do any throat staring at Charlotte. Look, Evelyn's my bro now. We smoked together and we threw up together, so, I can't, even if it gets me in trouble, I think that's where it ends. We're good, right? I didn't see anything. Literally.
You see Evelyn running down towards you guys. Wait, I can explain. He, I think he was allergic to the air. He looked like he was having some kind of allergic reaction, and when he grabbed his throat, he must have crushed it too hard.
So that's it!
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's not Core's fault. I'm so sorry, Core. I didn't mean to blame you. Evelyn just starts sobbing.
Charlotte just looks back and forth. And then she sighs, goes to Evelyn, like kind of cups a finger under her chin and kind of picks her face up and goes, "That must be it, I'm sure. At least now we know." And then she begins to walk away.
Huh.
What? You guys were talking about the guy, right?
Oh yeah, air allergies. They're killer around these parts, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't. I mean, I don't make friends real easily or at all. And you're the first friend I ever had, so I didn't want to mess that up.
Huh? I say walk over to Evelyn, just kind of shake her hand. Good job. I hold up my hand for another high five.
I don't have any more. She's like looking for cigarettes. I'm out, man. I'm sorry.
We'll work on that. I think Jack is holding my ration.
Okay. Bye, friend.
Oak, you managed to get Domhnall more than stable and patched up pretty well.
Does anybody have an ash tree?
Charlotte goes, "I do."
Yeah, there's a call from inside the truck. Where would I get one of those?
Oak goes around to Charlotte.
Charlotte gives him like a sour look. "Of course I don't have an ash tree here."
Why would you lie to me? As he actually looks a little sad and walks away.
Charlotte stares after him, confused. And as Evelyn passed you here, "Why wouldn't I?"
Evelyn will poke her head up. Is there anything I can do to help?
Do you know what an ash tree is?
I don't. She looks around. Why do you need one?
I could utilize its leaves. But do you have any sorry.
There's
I
a
should
lot of dirt.
It comes with the territory, sadly.
You guys hear over the radio, those of you who are wearing radios,
Hey, Wansuk, do we have any ash trees aboard the orbital?
and then you hear,
Shut up, Charlotte.
Oak will also note, if you have any other talents that could help out with this, I would be willing to assist.
I'm good at writing. I can
Go on.
write something. She thinks. I could read you a story.
That might get his nerves unconscious. As he looks over to him, like breathing slowly and still in a meditative state. Excuse me. As he's going to walk around to where you are. And look you dead in the eyes with long, wide eyes. He actually has a bit of color in his face now for some reason. He asks you directly, do you have any healing arts?
I mean, no. I don't have anything. I mean, I could help a little bit other than basic training.
That's okay. It just doesn't mean you have this particular skill. You've done well in this. And then he's going to walk over to pretty much every single one of his team and ask them the same question if they have healing arts.
As you're walking away, Evelyn goes, I made another friend.
Hearing Oak's request, my healing arts. I'd hesitate to call it an art, but yeah, any healing I can do would probably not go horribly wrong on a bouncing truck bed. That's where we're gonna put him, right? I could heal him probably. Yeah, definitely, I could heal him. Core, you can heal him. You can probably heal him.
He gives a small, toothy grin and asks you, "What kind of art?"
Well, it's not something that I've had extensive practice with on other people too much. Mostly I've made my own wounds go away in the past, and ever since my magic's been growing more and more spectacular, I felt my latent abilities grow a bit more too, so I healed one of Evelyn's wounds one time. It worked, I'm pretty sure. Hey Evelyn!
Huh?
How's your head wound?
Oh, it's fine, I think. I can't see it.
So Dom will be fine, I think. I stare pointedly at Oak. Can you help me?
He looks at you and goes, "Is this," and he says in a lower tone, "psionic or magic?"
Core runs a hand through his hair. It's always been hard to tell for me, but I'm pretty sure it's His utterance continues as he watches Oak's face for a reaction.
There is none. It's a dark glare at this point.
It's probably psionic.
I'm sorry I cannot help you, other than just moddering.
Oh. I think I'd feel more comfortable if you could, just watch or spot me, just in case something goes horribly wrong. I mumble climbing up, I mumble moving towards Dom.
So, you guys head out, and you drive for a good hour and 15 minutes. The back tire bumping Zach from time to time.
I'm gonna say at the beginning of this particular, whoever may be in this particular car could notice this. He's not going to try to hide it all. Oak is periodically going to take bits and pieces of, looks like plants, twigs, leaves, berries, out of his particular pocket, hold it down his hand, and take a long exhale while the color leaves his face, and puts it back into his pocket. Back to his moon-like pale face.
You see Evelyn glance up in the rear view mirror and glances again and glances some more and just stares.
I'm going to spend all of my ISP mending Dom. Every last little bit of it.
Okay. Domhnall's looking and feeling a lot better. He's not 100%, but he's looking good.
I shake off my hand, which is quite hot after working with blood, flesh, skin so much. Kind of flick it out, look over to Oak and say, "Wow, that really worked. Thank you. Your tutelage was spot on."
He's looking at over each and every single time that you've done this, analyzing exactly what has happened. Just checking to make sure that this is actually happening and not just a jest. Looks like you've done well. Sorry I cannot be more of a help.
No, you be more of a... I looked down at my hand. Was that me? Really? I have some things to think about. Do you think I'd make a good doctor? I stare at Oak.
Oak looks back. No.
Core, expression unchanging, stares down at his hand. Oh. Uh-huh.
So, after about an hour and a half or so, as the sun is beginning to set, Mel pulls the truck off to the left into a rocky formation, and begins to slowly pull the truck into a cave. And as he pulls it all the way in, and I assume you guys would follow in the ATV, he gets out, and you can see that in this cave, there's already gear. There's already like stones put around and wood for a campfire and some sort of rations. And as Mel gets down, he starts lighting the campfire, and he says, well, best to get comfortable. It's going to take me a while to get the war rig back up into full shape.
More rest. Well, I've done all I could with what I have. Without an ash tree.
What would the ash tree have done?
I can infuse it with life energy to accelerate the healing process. Think of it as a leafy band-aid. As he squints his eyes at her.
Oh. Leafy band-aid. Got it.
As Mel starts stoking the fire, Charlotte will crawl up to the top of the trailer and open it up and stick her head down and say to Jack, we're here. We might as well get them out of there. They've been cooped up in there for long enough as it is. And as he does that, Mel starts starting the campfire and putting food on it. And he says, well, suppose now's a time as good as any before I start fixing this thing to discuss. Well, I'm sure you have questions, and we need to figure out answers together. First thing, let me say I'm sorry I misled you, but I feel it was necessary. I couldn't trust you. I didn't know you.
You still don't.
He nods. Yes, but we're a bit too thick into it now to not trust you, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
So, here's the deal. You all know that Manslayer steals children like them to keep the families in line, and what's worse is she uses them somehow to power her weapons. I was a low-level lieutenant for her for quite some time because I didn't really have much of a choice for it. I used to run trade missions between here and the neighboring country. They were always reliant upon the water that Manslayer's kingdom has. And to make sure they stayed dependent, they took their children. A deal was cut with me. If I could get those children out and get it to them, I could find safe haven there. And they had plans to make sure that Manslayer and her boys couldn't touch him. So that's what I did. I saw you as an opportunity to get rid of my escort. I was supposedly on a gasoline run, and I took it.
You said you were a lieutenant for Maneater?
Yes.
So, where's her base of operations?
About 300 miles back the other direction.
Okay.
Though, as I said before, she won't be there now. We took her children. She'll be coming for us.
With how many men?
Knowing her and her penchant for overreacting, all of them.